and I think we will. So we're leading in the polls.
Big time.
We're doing well. We're against somebody that has no clue what's going on. They did something that you guys would relate to because you're into this whole world, but you'd relate to it. 60 Minutes, she gives a horrible answer, and they change the answer. I think it's the biggest scandal in broadcast history. They actually took her answer out and gave her a different answer.
Yeah, I saw that.
After it was shot. And it's turned out to be a scandal. But I think it's the worst thing I've seen in broadcast that I've ever seen. I think it's the biggest scandal in broadcast history. Number one, it's election interference. Number two, they get a license, and it's supposed to be a license based on free press, fair press, and honesty.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But I think it's a disaster.
What was your thoughts on Kamala going on Call Her Daddy while the hurricane was going on in North Carolina?
Well, I was terrible. I mean, from what I don't know the show. I know your show. But I don't know that
This
show.
is a lot bigger.
We
a
are
lot bigger.
crushing her
I
the
use
numbers.
this, right?
A lot bigger.
I would think so. No, to go on that show, from what I heard, was pretty crazy. Right?
Yeah, it was.
Pretty crazy. During the hurricane.
During the hurricane.
And she's barely been down there. And Ron DeSantis doesn't want her down there because she was trying to freewheel it. And he's right.
Did you call Elon for help during the hurricane?
I did. So Elon is a friend of mine, a friend of yours too, right?
Yeah, we've had him on the podcast too.
He's great. He's a great guy. He endorsed me very big. And when I went to North Carolina, they said, we need a level of communication. We don't have, everything was knocked down. The wires are down. They couldn't communicate. So they had Starlink, and they said Starlink. I didn't know what Starlink was, but they said it was Elon. They said, you know Elon? I said, yes, we all know Elon, right? And I said, what do you want? And we need Starlink to communicate. And I said, let me see. I called up Elon, and within 2 seconds, and it's hard to get it. They couldn't get it. And we got it for North Carolina. But, it was delayed by the Democrats. It was actually delayed. It should have gone faster. He had it there right away, and they wouldn't give it. There's some bad things. They've done a terrible job. North Carolina in particular has done a terrible job. Whether you call it FEMA, I call it the White House more than FEMA. When I had FEMA, they were unbelievable. But the White House has done a terrible job on North Carolina and other parts. I mean, there were 6 or 7 states that were hit. Virginia was hit. People don't even know that. But Virginia and South Carolina and Georgia, Florida, Alabama, they were hit, and they were hit hard. But they've done a lousy job.